Welcome to the New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax special show in San Francisco at the Cow Palace. Preview on the channel. What a mouthful that was, as what a fucking card this is, my god. As there are 5 title matches on this card. This card is, in my opinion, it's 10 times better than the Strong Style Evolve show. That other great tag match, but this card is fucking stacked. From pretty much Match 4 onwards, there is some great shit. And this is such a stacked card. It's hard to compare it to last year's G1 special when they crowned the U.S. champion, because there is history there with the first ever championship, but also, really, this, just for a card, a single night card, this is fucking incredible for what they've been doing. I mean, I figured this was just going to be a throwaway show, didn't think they put too much time into it, but man, they're going all in. All in, air quotes there, on this G1 Climax special show in San Francisco. This G1 special show in the Cow Palace, and what a great show for the Cow Palace. So Cow Palace is such a rich history of wrestling over during the older times of the 70s and the 80s. Which, really not so much in the 90s and the 2000s. That was, WCW would run there every now and again, but WWE's never really done anything big in the Cow Palace. But this is awesome. This is a show that, if you're going, you're definitely going to have a great time, because this is a packed show from top to bottom. We'll start off here with the opener. We got a 10-man tag. Chaos versus Bullet Club here, as we got Yo Romero for Punky 3K, and Geto and Yoshihashi taking on Chase Owens, Yujiro Takahashi, Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, and King Haku. Holy fuck. Man. Goddamn Haku. That's pretty awesome. Like that, even though you could be like, oh, that's just a throwaway opener, just seeing Haku, like, that's fucking awesome. Like, obviously Haku Ming, the goddamn man, one of the toughest sons of bitches ever to step foot in the wrestling ring. Just an absolute crazy man. All the stories of him, you can just go onto the interwebs and find out more about him, because he is a absolute crazy person back in the day. But he is the fucking man, and that's awesome to see. I think this is the last time he's been in New Japan since the New Year's Dash show 2 years ago. I believe it was 2016. It was the New Year's Dash after the Wrestle Kingdom Rumble was at the night previous. He had a little 5-man tag, something like this, on that show. So that's cool. It's always cool to see Haku. As far as predictions goes, I would have put over Haku getting a win here. It'd be awesome to see, like him putting a Tongan death grip on like Geto or something. That'd be really fun to see. But, really, who knows throughout this? There's so many variables. There's really nothing to pin down to. I'll say at least a Bullet Club win here. I have a feeling that we'll have the Bullet Club look strong for this G1 show in the United States. Just got a feeling. And we have the next match. We got a little tag match with Toru Yano and Tomohiro Ishii taking on Zack Sabre Jr. and Minoru Suzuki. A rematch from Dominion. We'll be seeing that a lot on this show, but that's, no problem. This is should really have been a throwaway show with how great Dominion was and how the G1 Climax is looking. This really should have been like a filler show, but man, this is packed to the gills with some great shit. But here, hopefully the focus, if they want to go Ishii and Suzuki as a focus for this, that'd be awesome. That would be, I said it at the Dominion show, Ishii and Suzuki, that is a match that has a lot of talking points about it, and would be great. They're in different blocks too, so again, they're holding that off for something special, that singles match. I don't think they're gonna wait till the Wrestle Kingdom show, to the Tokyo Dome. Wait for Wrestle Kingdom fucking 13 here, but who knows? Maybe they are. That's a hell of a wait for a non-title match, unless they put an open weight, or even maybe I don't think they'll put an Intercontinental title on Ishii or Suzuki after Jericho's gonna probably have the belt for a while, so it's kind of where they want to go from there with Ishii and Suzuki. Zack Sabre Jr. and Toru Yano, of course, the awesome Lobo counter spot with him trapping Yano's arm with his legs and turning it into a submission, making him tap out. That was such a great spot. I could see them going back to that spot here in this match, just to really pop the crowd, because that really was an awesome spot. As far as a winner would be, playing off of Ishii and Suzuki. I think Ishii and Yano get the win. They'll bounce back from the Dominion show. They'll get a win. I could see Yano maybe getting figures out a way to counter Zack Sabre Jr.'s counter into, like, some cheap-ass shit where he, like, throws a chair, he thumbs him in the eye or something, tries to, anything he can to, like, get a roll-up on Zack Sabre Jr. Could also see Ishii pinning Suzuki to really cement the start of a singles rivalry. So there's probably my prediction there. Toru Yano and Ishii getting the win in that second match. Third match of the card, we have another tag match. Got Kushida and Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Marty Scurll and Hangman Page. But Hangman Page getting a big time role here, taking on Tanahashi. They are in the same block in the G1 Climax, so that's a thing they're looking forward towards. If Hangman Page beats Hiroshi Tanahashi, there's gonna be a lot of tears gonna be shed on that day. Let me tell you. But this is it's something, Tanahashi and Kushida are so low on the card for how great they are. Third match on the card. That's a bit disheartening, but we got a lot of title matches on this card. And Kushida and Hiroshi Tanahashi just pretty much taking a back seat for the titles here in 2018. And Tanahashi, I think this is going to be the one match the Bullet Club does not win. I'll say this. I think either Kushida's going to make Marty tap, or Hiroshi Tanahashi's going to hit Hangman Page with high flat flow and get the win there. We got the fourth match on the card. We have the Never Openweight title match here with Hiroki Goto taking on Jeff Cobb. Holy shit. What a big time match with Jeff Cobb. This is awesome. Yeah, this was just announced recently. I'm very excited for this match. Of course, Hiroki Goto, I figured, I was like, well, Kasuni Road, I was going to watch it, obviously, and I watched it with the Never Openweight title match with him and Michael Elgin, and the Super Strong Machines retirement match and show, pretty much. Yeah, I wanted to see the show, but I was just kind of like, nothing really big's gonna happen on the show. Probably won't preview and review. And of course, as I say that, Never Openweight title match change with Michael Elgin dropping the belt right back to Hiroki Goto after winning it in the triple threat at Dominion. Hiroki Goto now the champion again. Interesting to see that, because Elgin was in Block A. As of right now, there's a chance for all three titles to be in the same block in Block B with Goto. Of course, Jeff Cobb's not going to win. I'll say that right now. Hiroki Goto's going to win this match. There is no way in hell Jeff Cobb's going to win. Would be crazy if he wins. Jeff Cobb's the man, but it ain't going to happen, especially with the G1 Climax coming up. They need as much help as they can get with the belts being on those shows, and you need to have your champion, at least champions, look strong, and not having two champions on the G1 Climax tour could definitely hurt the value in the tournament for the long run. But as far as, the block goes, we have the Openweight and, of course, the IWGP champion in both Block Bs. Right now, we have Block A, Jay White, as the U.S. champion, but as we go to later on the card, the co-main event, we have Jay White versus Juice Robinson. Really, that match is pretty much 50-50. So really, we could come into this tour, into the G1 Climax, with all championships, all three, of the four champions that can be in this tournament, in the same block, in Block B, and that could really be a big-time feel for that block. It already has some great stuff, but when you put a bunch of championships on that block, a lot of cool shit's gonna happen. A lot of future title shots are gonna happen for a lot of deserving guys like SanADA, Juice, Kota Ibushi, Goto, and of course Omega. A lot of big time matches for that Block B. But going into our next match, the IWGP Tag Team Championship rematch from Dominion, the Young Bucks taking on SanADA and Evil. This is interesting to see that this is just a rematch for the show. Didn't think it deserved a rematch, but here we are. It was a good little match, but I just didn't think it was, as great as, we should have it on the next show type of thing. This is, I just don't see the Bucks dropping the belts here on U.S. soil to Evil and SanADA. I think that'd be a bad decision as far as the fans go, as far as wanting to keep the energy for the crowd and for the rest of the show up, because that will definitely put sting in a lot of the crowds. It's just, as much as I'd love to think that all the New Japan fans are attending the show are just, and to see the New Japan matches and the product and stuff, and really focus on the Japanese talent. But really, I'd say I don't want to say a majority, but damn near half the crowd's going to be there to see the Bucks, to see Jeff Cobb, to see the U.S. talent, to see Juice Robinson and Jay White. Well, I guess that's a New Zealand talent, and Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega. That's what they're there to see. And that would suck. And it would suck to see the crowd be like, oh, fucking SanADA Evil's the champions again. This fucking sucks type of thing. But it shouldn't, because those guys are great. And just because it's the US show, it shouldn't be a focus of, oh yeah, Bucks, they lost, so it's a bad show type of thing. But as far as, they just won the tag belts at Dominion. Would be weird to see them hotshot the belts right back to SanADA and Evil here. The Bucks, they're arguably the top team in the heavyweight division. Throughout New Japan. They really are. They're great. They've been a talent that's been in Japan for almost 4 years now. It's been close to that. They've been a top team in the junior division for all that time, and now they finally get their heavyweight shot. They won it in their second match after losing to the Golden Lovers, and now it's time for them to have a nice run with the heavyweight titles. That's just my opinion. Obviously, with the G1 Climax happening, they're going to take a back seat for a while, so this is a good send-off point with two top teams in New Japan having an IWGP Tag Team title match. Next match, we have a non-title tag match here. We got Will Ospreay and Kushida taking on Bushi and Naito. Some top guys in Chaos and top guys of LIJ. Well, Bushi pinning Will Ospreay, getting the upset win, and the Best Super Juniors setting up for a match in the future, obviously, with those two. And of course, Hiromu being the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. He fills that spot for the junior spot for LIJ. This is a cool little match here, of course. Anytime Okada and Naito in the same ring. And you got Will Ospreay, too. Will Ospreay's been on fire of 2018. And Bushi being the X Factor in this match. Cool little thing to see there. Crowd's going to be probably red hot to see Naito and Okada and Will Ospreay in action here. Maybe a dip in the level of excitement, especially what's coming up in the show and what has just happened with the previous title matches. This is, as far as Okada, first time in almost 720 days, he's not going to come into a New Japan show as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Going to be a weird sight. There's people, it's so crazy to think that there are actually New Japan fans who are just new time fans who just started watching the product as of Wrestle Kingdom 11 or even 10. Who have never seen that man without the championship belt. That's so crazy to me. It's like, wow. It shows you how impactful and how long that reign was. Just think that there's people who've never even seen the man without the belt on a New Japan show. But here we are. It's a new era for New Japan. As far as who's going to win here, Okada and Naito, both big-time players of New Japan, going into the show with losses on their record going into it in Dominion, with Okada losing to Omega, dropping the championship to him, and Naito dropping the belt to Chris Jericho in that crazy-ass co-main event. So this is now who's going to bounce back from this. Is it going to be Okada? Is it going to be Naito? And mostly this tag match, I don't want to say it's going to have implications for what's going to happen for them in the G1, but it can. This could definitely help build some momentum going into the G1. But we can also see the junior division with Ospreay and Bushi kind of blow off to a bit of a rematch for them from the Best Super Juniors. If that happens, Will Ospreay's definitely going to get the win on Bushi. But if they want to go that way, if they want to go, Okada pinning like a Bushi just to kind of have it be a cool-down tag match, or, Naito somehow pinning Will Ospreay, that'd be a weird dynamic, but, something like that could happen where a heavyweight pins a junior, kind of cool it down, to have a little cool-down tag match, but that should be a fun little match. Can't wait to see how it goes. I'll go with official predictions. I'll say Ospreay pins Bushi to get back his Best Super Juniors lost. As we have the 7th match on the card, and honestly, the match I'm looking forward to the most here, IWGP Junior Heavyweight title matchup. Hiromu Takahashi, the champion, the newly crowned champion, defending against Dragon Lee. Holy shit, I cannot believe they're doing this match on this show. One of the top rivalries in the world. Hiromu Takahashi and Dragon Lee, every time they have a match, it is fucking magic. And they had a great Best Super Juniors match. It was a hard cam match only, so I think that definitely hurt the value of it and hurt the presentation of the match. But here, they're going to get a a top billing match, a junior heavyweight title match. First time that has happened from the New Beginning show last year, when Hiromu Takahashi got the big upset win on Kushida at Wrestle Kingdom, and he set for it, and they had a match at the New Beginning show, which was fucking awesome, of course. And anytime those guys, I cannot stress this enough, this match is going to be fucking awesome. This is, I mean, this could be up there with the levels that Will Ospreay had in his matches with Marty Scurll, and his matches with Hiromu, and his matches with Kushida. This is going to be on that same level. This is going to be awesome, and even then some. I mean, I think the crowd is going to be jam-packed to this one. This is going to definitely deserve it's going to be amazing to see how the co-main is going to follow this, to be honest. This is a fucking fantastic match. This could main event this show, in all honesty. If there wasn't an IWGP Heavyweight title match, they're just like, let's have Hiromu and Dragon Lee main event. It would definitely seem plausible. They would deserve it. That crowd would be going apeshit for this match. And they are. They're going to go apeshit for this, 7th match on the card. As far as predictions, Hiromu is going to win. I don't think Dragon Lee is going to get the win. That would be awesome. I love Dragon Lee. But it's not in the cards. Not in the cards for Dragon Lee. Hiromu just now getting a nice little reign with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. He'll probably hold the championship until Wrestle Kingdom. If I had to do a prediction on that's probably, far booking it wise. I don't think he'll drop it before then. And they'll have a big time matchup for him at Wrestle Kingdom. Could be Will Ospreay, could be somebody new. Who knows? There, as I'm so excited to see that match. God damn it. If you're not going to be there live, if you're going to watch the show, I would say, honestly, it sucks that this match, that the U.S. commentary, that is not Kevin Kelly and Don Callis. It's going to be Barnett and Jim Ross. That's going to do a bunch of these matches a disservice. That commentary team is not very good. And honestly, for a lot of the times for these G1 special shows and these US shows that are on Access, I usually wait until watching it on the New Japan World site, just so I can get the Japanese commentary, because I know, goddammit, that Barnett and Jim Ross are just not going to be held to the standards of those guys, and Don Callis and Kevin Kelly. It sucks those guys aren't the affiliates for the, they are the New Japan World US team. Why aren't they the New Japan on Access US team? It sucks. But, what can you do? You can either not watch it, or you can watch it on mute. That happens. I did that for the G1, the first one. I just watched it on mute. I was just like, fuck it. I don't care. I don't want to hear Barnett and fucking Jim Ross. They're not at the level of the other guys. As we'll go into the co-main event here, IWGP United States Heavyweight title matchup, Jay White, Juice Robinson. Big co-main event here. This is a hard one to pick here, to be honest, because this is with the G1 Climax in the horizon. We have Jay White's had a hell of a run. He's had that Hangman Paige match at Strong Style Evolved. I really enjoyed that. He had a rocky start. He beat Kenny Omega. That was incredible. That was a wow moment, beating Kenny Omega. And now, he's had other U.S. title matches where not so well. The David Finlay match. Of course, it's David Finlay, so I don't blame him. But now this Juice Robinson match, I think the crowd is going to be all over Juice. It's going to be, hopefully, a jam-packed show. It's going to be a big-ass card. This is a 9-match card, so it's probably going to be at least close to 3 hours, maybe even 4. This is going to be a long show. The crowd's going to be very excited to see a lot of these matches, so hopefully they still have the energy and are all about this co-main event. But as far as a winner, I'll go Juice Robinson. I think a new champion is going to be crowned here. Because I think a lot of these belts, they're going to stay the same, so they want to have a title change. Might as well be this U.S. title match, with Juice Robinson getting the win over Jay White. And that'd be cool. That'd be cool to see. Juice really hasn't had any titles, is the crazy thing about Juice. He was an FCW tag champ, but when NXT became a thing after FCW, really Juice was just an enhancement guy and was the comedy heel as CJ Parker. And now, to have a big-time title win in the United States. That'd be a cool moment, and that'd be cool to see Juice, because Juice has been killing it, man. He's been a top babyface of the world. He's been incredible. His promos have been absolutely fantastic, and he deserves some gold around his waist, and I think this is going to be a great match. I really do. I hope it is. Anyways, I hope it's great for both Jay and Juice. This is a big-time spot here, and hopefully those guys kill it. The main event, IWGP Heavyweight Championship matchup here. Kenny Omega, take it on Cody here. You know, yeah, it's funny how Cody's just always going to be slotted in these U.S. special shows just because it's like, well, he's so busy with everything else, and he's not really been great in New Japan as far as in-ring quality, so we have to put him on the show as a main event talent. Because here again, another IWGP title shot for Cody. He doesn't deserve it, but, you know, he's been doing great stuff as a heel. I'll give him that. He's a great heel in the crowd, especially in this 2018. 2017, he definitely didn't deserve it, but it was like champion versus champion type of build. But here, you know, it's kind of, with what just happened at Dominion, these guys don't have a prayer topping that. I mean, it's not going to happen. It's going to be interesting to see how the crowd goes, because of course the Struggle Style Evolved, they were kind of all over Cody. They weren't giving him heel heat. They were just kind of praising him and putting him over a lot and just kind of being marks that they are. As here, you know, it's going to be a lot different. I think they'll give Cody a heel treatment with just Kenny Omega being in the match and being the IWGP champion going into it. This is going to be a historic match, though, for it being the first ever IWGP Heavyweight Championship match to be defended on U.S. soil by a non-Japanese man. But as far as, like, quality, probably not going to be up there with what's happened in the Okada reign as of late, and of the... You know, for me, it's just... I'm more looking forward towards the Junior Heavyweight title match, and even the U.S. title match more than this match, just because I don't know if it's just a clear-gone conclusion that Omega's going to win, or the fact that it's not going to be up to standards of the other heavyweight title matches. I'm still, you know, going to be interested to see how it goes. I'm just not excited for it, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like, yeah, it's a match, you know, yeah, IWGP Heavyweight title match, okay. And that's a bad thing to have for the IWGP Heavyweight title matchup. You want to at least have some excitement. You want to at least be like, oh, this is cool. But just because it isn't a first time seeing, you know, this happened before at the WrestleMania Super Card of Honor show for Ring of Honor, as that was the main event of that show. And it was a, you know, okay match. Nothing incredible. Cody got the win there, so it's going to make sense that Kenny gets his win back here against Cody. As, yeah, that will do it for the I do want to take a little sidebar talking about... I didn't even want to waste my time on this, to be honest, when it first happened, when it first started being discussed and whatnot, because I just thought it was asinine and thought it was just a waste of breath, but it's been gaining a lot of traction here in a couple of weeks. And that is, if New Japan should have a Joshi division. Okay, so first of all, I'll just say this. The reason why I thought it was so asinine, such a waste of time, not because it should be discussed or anything, it's just because New Japan Pro Wrestling can do whatever they want. Alright, they can have a Joshi division, or they could not have a Joshi division. It does not matter to me. I will still keep watching the product. Does not matter. But, just for the sake of argument, for my personal opinion, if you are just interested or curious for whatever reason, I will talk about it. In my opinion, they should not have a Joshi division. It's mainly... For me, I think it's a disservice to the girls who would join the product, who would join New Japan and become a Joshi division. Because if it's basically where they're going to be placed on the card, is my concern. If they're anything below the co-main event, for a lot of those girls, that's a disservice. Most of those girls are so fucking talented, are just some of the best in the world at what they do, that anything below that status on the card, and that spot on the card, and getting that paid amount on the card, it's a disservice to them. As, and in my opinion, the best, whoever is the best, should be in the main event and co-main event. And if that's being said, okay, so yeah, the Joshi division, they are so fucking great that they are in the co-main event and main events now of New Japan. Well, now we have a problem with now Kazuchika Okada Hiroshi Tanahashi, Tetsuya Naito, Tomohiro Ishii, Minoru Suzuki, anybody that's kind of in the top echelon of New Japan now is being discredited now. Because now they're not in the top spot. So now we're at a point where it's somebody's getting fucked over here on not being in the top spot. Also, I hate to kind of be... I don't like change. I'll be honest. I really don't like change. Especially if it's something where it's not broke, don't fix it. That's kind of how I view this subject. Because really, it's been this way since forever. Since the early 70s and in the late 80s. When it was done, where there's been, obviously, All Japan. And then there's been All Japan Women's promotion throughout time, and then they became more Joshi promotions, like today in Stardom, Ice Ribbon, Joshi Wrestling Press. There's different styles and promotions where, for most of it, it's not... The problem for me is it's not Japanese people saying that it's a problem. From what I've gathered, and from what I've understood about this topic, is it's mostly Americans, and it's not... I don't want to say it's not your fault, American New Japan viewers, because really, you're subconsciously whitewashing Japan, or at least you're trying to, and it's not, most of you probably don't think you're trying to do any harm, but you really are, okay? Because you're trying to make Japan what WWE is, or what NXT, or whatever promotion you think is at that higher standard, because that's what all I've been seeing and hearing, is, well, if they want to be a global company, well, they have to have a women's promotion. No, they don't. Where in the rules does that say that, okay? Where WCW didn't have a women's promotion in 96, 97, when they were a global promotion and the best promotion in the world in the United States, well, at least the best promotion in the United States, All Japan was killing them, you know, just as far as products and whatnot, and the in-ring product and whatnot, but you have... And it's probably mostly newer fans, too, who have been grown up and seeing NXT and WWE with women's divisions and how they have a bigger impact than they did 10 years ago or even 20 years ago, where it's not your fault specifically. It's just Americans, they always do this type of thing. Anytime they try to change shit that has nothing to do with them. You know, it's not our product. It's a Japan product. It's their voice. It's their choice on what they want to do. And now if they do want to do a global thing, you could say, well, America has a chance to, at least a right to say something about it. But really, they're still a privately owned company. It's whatever decision they want, as long as obviously they're not breaking any rules or anything like that. So there's really no point of adding a Joshi division, in my opinion. Also, another point, Japan has always kind of associated with sports, obviously, with pro wrestling. It's been sports, not really entertainment. But there's been promotions that have had men and women on the shows. DDT's done it, Hustle's done it. And mainly, if you are interested in that, and you think that's how wrestling should be, then watch those shows. Okay, watch that product. Because now you're trying to force a change in something that doesn't need to be changed. Alright, if you want to see Joshi stuff, go watch Joshi promotions. Go get you a Stardom Network subscription. Watch Ice Ribbon. Watch Joshi stuff. Watch Joshi promotions. Because if you're going to try to change the way it's done, the way you are wanting to, basically, what you're wanting is a monopoly of the Joshi scene being just owned by New Japan. Because now, alright, now let's just say in this world, New Japan has a Joshi division. All of a sudden, they're just like, we'll do a Joshi division. Okay, so now, obviously, New Japan's going to want to take the top talent and the best talent and put that in the promotion. And put that for their division. So, now, what do we do with Stardom? What do we do with Ice Ribbon? What do we do with the other Japanese Joshi promotions? Are they just now going to be lesser now? Because now they'll take a fall in what other Joshi fans view them as, and what diehard Joshi fans will think, because now you're just like, well, they were great, and now because of this monopoly that's going on now, they have taken a fall. Now they're just kind of getting the subpar talent that's either A, not ready for the New Japan scene. They're just going to get raided by New Japan in a year or two. Or B, they're simply not at the talent that they were when Stardom was just by itself, and Stardom was promoting the best Joshi promotion in the world. You know, that was kind of their thing. Now, I'll say this. Let's say New Japan wants to, at Wrestle Kingdom or Dominion, want to have a Stardom Red title match on the show. I am all for that. That's a different type of discussion there. That's just because Wrestle Kingdom, instead of being always associated by American fans as, oh, it's the WrestleMania fucking New Japan. No, let's have it be, no, this is the celebration of the best promotion and the best wrestling in Japan. And we're going to showcase that with a Joshi match, with the best Joshis in the world in a Stardom Red title match. That I am definitely okay with. That I am 100% on board with. No problem at all. But again, like I said at the beginning of this, I have no... If New Japan is like, tomorrow, let's just say, they announce they're starting a Joshi Division, I'm not going to just stop watching New Japan. I'm going to keep watching the product. I'm going to keep on keeping on. If they never add a Joshi Division, I'll keep watching the product. It does not matter to me. Okay, it's not a big deal. So that's kind of why I never wanted to really talk about it. Plus, too, also, I don't know if I talked about this now. I think I'm going a bit overboard on this, but honestly, the Joshis don't want this. They don't want to be in New Japan. At least from what I've gathered and what I've seen, I've never seen once heard any of them, anything written down, a tweet, an interview, nothing from them that they have said, we want to be in a men's promotion. I've never heard one of them say it. So, in my opinion, if the talent doesn't have if the talent wants this to be the way it is, it should be the way it is. Okay, you know, it's up to them. You know, it really is up to them on what they want and what they should do with their bodies. And if they want to keep it the way it is, let's keep it the way it is. If they want to be on a New Japan show or an All Japan show or whatever promotion they want, then we'll do it to where they want it. You know, that's kind of the big thing with me, because these girls are putting their lives on the line a lot of times. You know, they are busting their ass. They are putting on phenomenal performances. So let's just answer to what they want. As yeah, that will do it for the preview. As just, you know, speaking of monopolies, also some recent news. WWE and Pro Wrestling NOAH announced a working agreement, and that scares the living shit out of me, of course. You know, I was always thinking that they'll do an NXT Japan by 2020, just with the Olympics happening during that time. I figured they would do something, and hell, they're doing it faster than I thought. This is a scary thing for me, because I just think it's going to be a start of a monopoly that's happening with WWE. It's been going on in front of our eyes, and now it's happening in Japan. It's going to be a sad time, because, you know, they're basically having an NXT UK, with just the UK division. You know, they have Johnny Saint as their general manager, and they're making it a brand, they're making it a thing, and really, what that has done is nothing more than hurt the UK promotions. It's hurt Progress, it's hurt ICW, it's hurt Rev Pro, really. Rev Pro really just is like imports for New Japan, but it's hurt them too, to a degree, and it's such a shame, because now we have NOAH taking a fall, because NOAH's really been bouncing back. There for a while, when they were affiliated with New Japan, and just doing Suzuki Gun stuff, it was just killing the product. Nobody gave a shit. It was just, yeah. But man, the past year, with Keno's reign, Eddie Edwards' reign was awesome. He had a great match with Naomichi Marufuji. That match was fucking awesome. Go watch that if you didn't see that. That was a great match. And really, they're bouncing back. Takashi Sagura is the champion again. He's, you know, now this is his 4th time as a champion. And really, it sucks, because now guys like Nakajima, guys like Marufuji, and guys, you know, like Edwards, and guys like that, who were given a great platform, and given, you know, even Taiji Shimori, who, you know, left the company. It's kind of just the writing on the wall now. It's only a matter of time. You know, of course, the idea now, it's like, well, Kenta's going to have a match in August on a NOAH show, and it's like, Kenta's back, yay. But it's like, at what cost? At what cost? Because it'd be, you know, cool to see if the network does something where they put the shows on the network. That'd be cool. Probably won't happen, but... And if it does, it'll be a long-ass turnaround. It'll be, like, months after the show's already aired, and I've already seen it, so it'd be like, what's the goddamn point? But it'd be great for people who aren't really invested in Noah, and to be like, oh, Japan stuff, I'll watch it, you know, type of thing. Like, I like this new Japan stuff, let's see what Pro Wrestling Noah does. But in the end, in the long run, it definitely will hurt the Japanese wrestling scene. If more companies agree to it, it's a shame. It's a damn shame. It's a sad time. Sad time for Noah. It's, just for me, it means the writing's on the wall. You know, it's gonna be, I give them another 2 or 3 years, and then it'll just become NXT Japan. It's gonna be a sad sight. Sad, sad day. But, that will do it. This video is gonna be long as shit, but I do not care. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show, because it's gonna be fucking awesome.